Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, and we have for you a hobby box. So I know we've talked in the past, I know we've been doing our retail, review here, but we have a hobby box only because I got this bad boy for $140 from a local card shop that's here, which is cheaper than I've seen it online anywhere or at any store around here. So I really just couldn't pass it up when I saw that it was, like I said, about $20 cheaper. So let's go ahead. Let's try to determine where this fits in to our little ranking, right? So I know it's not retail, but let's basically look at it like, is this better than any of the retail products that we've opened? So $145. I've been hearing from people that these are going for between $20 and $30 on eBay, which is crazy. But let's see if we can get any hobby magic, right? I mean, I can almost guarantee the hit out of this is going to be a memorabilia card, because that's just kind of the way it is. I'm hearing the odds are about 1 in 3, which isn't too bad for an autograph. But then there's also this is going to be last, obviously. There's also horror stories of people opening like a case or a few boxes and not getting an autograph. So you're like, hard to, you're not so sure about that stat, to be honest. So now, as we all know, there's no real difference in the cards. There's a difference in you're not going to get the Titans of the game. You're not going to get the stars of the MLB. I do believe there are some hobby-only parallels and stuff like that you have a chance at, but let's just see what you can kind of expect to get from a hobby box. Granted, this is just one hobby box, so the tiniest sample size you can possibly get. Mason Wynn. But I'm just curious, how many parallels overall, numbered, non-numbered, could we get? J-Rod, Future Stars, Stephen Kwan. A lot of places I've seen around here are selling these by the pack for like $10, which no chance. Absolutely no chance. Way too expensive for flagship. I mean, $145 is too expensive, but I just figure it's too good of a deal to pass up. And there's our first rainbow, so our first parallel. Rojas and Future Stars of Cam Smith. If I'm going to have savings of, right around $30, then yeah, I'll do it. Although, Mr. 95 cents, I know you're out there, and I completely agree you should stick to about 125 or even maybe 130 for your boxes, because, man, some of these are tough. Lou Gehrig. All right. Sweet. Hedges and Triolo. It's a flagship product. I mean, come on. Like, even going back just a couple years, they were 100 or less. So it's just crazy to me that they've doubled in just a couple years' time. There's nothing premium about this product. If you told me that about Chrome, I mean, I still think it's kind of silly, but at the end of the day, I can sort of understand it and think to myself, okay, well, Chrome, everybody likes Chrome. The Chrome autographs are usually on card and gorgeous, so, blah, 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 blah. But nah, Chrome is, I don't know what, $400 a box or something like that. Maybe probably even more than that. I've never bought a Chrome hobby box, so that shows you it's always been out of my price range. I get a couple of blasters here and there generally, and that's about it. And even that's just to kind of check the product out, make a little content, and, cross our fingers and hope for a, a MVP buyback. Which I suppose are all reasons that everything's going so up, but hey, glove work, Vlad Jr., cool. you know, obviously starting the MVP thing, you know, Fanatics, Tops, whatever, has to reimburse the stores. So I get that and whatever, but it just seems like stuff is taking off too much. But anyway, off the soapbox, and let's see what else we got here. A George Springer yellow parallel to $3.99. There we go. So our first numbered parallel. Let's hope it's not the only one, because we are about halfway through the box. We haven't gotten our hit yet. As I said, it's probably going to be a relic. Hopefully it's a nice relic, maybe a numbered, maybe an ink relic. Hopefully not just a plain white napkin. But that is what it is most of the time. Hey, the Babe. Haven't seen that one yet. Classic. Although, where's the Yankee symbol? Isn't the Yankee symbol supposed to be on, like, the right or left? I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not huge on the historical, you know, Yankee uniforms, so I could be completely wrong. But maybe it's only on the hat. Wonder if that's the hat that Boomer Wells wore in... way back. I don't even remember what year, but yeah, David Wells bought his or one of his hats from I think it was an auction house or something like that, and then wore it to play a game, and then just paid the fine. Clayton Kershaw, there we go, another nice one. Shane Baz and Akamoto. And it's funny too, because if you go back and actually like check that game out, you can tell there's something like weird about his hat. It's the old style, and obviously he didn't like tell anybody, you know, because obviously he would have got yelled at beforehand. So instead he just went out and did it, paid the fine afterwards, and kind of explained everything. But that's Boomer for you. He was quite a character. He's a guy worth reading up on. He had quite a backstory, let's say. Zach Cole. Ernie Banks. Duke Munoz. And another Munoz. No relation, probably. Carter Jensen. Hassel, Peralta. To 25. Eduardo Nunez. At least it's a rookie, man. I'll take that. 3 of 25. Crazy. Tommy Nance and Kyle Schwarber. So 2 numbered and 1 crazy low. Still looking for that hit. Goldschmidt. We got Muncie. Andrew Jones in action there with his glove work. Koss, Carello. We are getting down there. We are down to 1, 2, 3. This is pack number 5. 5 left. Still looking for that hit. Caden Dana. Come on. Cards get a little slick, spin around sometimes. You know how it is. Sawinski, Connolly Early, Povich, Ortiz, 4 to go now. Please tell me the hit's in here. I really don't want to have to go to Tops. Eldritch, Jones, got some kind of color back there. Oh, insert. Nice one though. Ichiro, glove work. Probably known more for his arm than his glove necessarily, but he was an excellent defender. He was one of the first guys I remember actually seeing toss a guy out at third from the outfield, which is just nuts. Shohei. Get ourselves another rainbow foil. Baldwin, Hicks. 2 to go. Hank Aaron. And the All-Star. Last pack, so the hit has to be in this pack, hopefully. And indeed it is. You can see it right there. All right, thank God. I really didn't want to have to deal with filing a missing hit claim. Topps takes forever to resolve stuff. And it's José Ramírez, City Connect. And we finish with Geloff and Rojas. Let's check this out. So not numbered or anything. Guarantees the authenticity of this. And hey, at least it's game used. So I will take that. Game used plus 2 numbered. And then 2 of these guys. So rainbow foils. So we end up with 4 parallels, 1 numbered. Or 2 numbered, I should say. And now we get into the big guy. 20 to 30 bucks, somewhere in that range. Let's see what they look like to start off with. And we get Peyton Toll. And they always look nice. Denzer Guzman. So 2 rookies so far. PCA on the All-Star. And Ronald Acuna on the All-Star. So nothing numbered or ink or anything like that, but at least a couple nice rookies that we can get sleeved up. And to be fair, we'll probably sleeve all 4 of those up. I mean, definitely disappointing for $150. Like, I would much rather pay the $99 or whatever you want to say for this, because that's just very, there's nothing all that special about it. I mean, the numbered to 25 card, sure, nice, you know, but I mean, even if it was like a top name, I mean, you're you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just, you're not getting enough out of this to justify that price. So, I mean, I'm glad I only paid $140 plus tax, but at the same time, probably should have held firm and not bought any hobby product whatsoever. So, hey, that's on me. I'm not going to recommend this. I would put it pretty firmly behind everything else we've opened just because of the cost. You know, even this silver pack, you know, if you're saying it's 20 to 30 bucks, let's just call it 25 bucks. I would rather have a blaster box than this 4-card pack. But that's just me. You could have a completely different opinion. Let me know down in the comments down below, of course. I'd always like to hear from you. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Get you guys on out of here. We will bring the mega boxes to you. Again, they're still not here yet. But when they get here, we will. And if you've enjoyed our Series 2 coverage, you can head down below, hit the subscribe button, click the like. We're doing stuff like this all the time, just having a blast. And yeah, that's really it. We put out videos every Monday and Friday, so you can hit the little notification bell if you want to be notified every time we add a new video to the channel. And last thing I want to say is just thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for checking out all this content. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are the best, and I mean that. And you know, I love to hear from you guys. So, you know, let me know whatever you're thinking down in the comments. Anything about baseball, Series 2, whatever you got. I'd love to go back and forth a bit. But with that said, gonna wrap it up. Get you guys on out of here. Catch you in the next video. Peace.